Welcome back to the Buds in the Box podcast. We got Jude here with us today to review one of the worst Maple Leafs games I've ever watched in my life. I mean, they just got off to such a poor start to the season. Like that, we haven't been making videos because of school and stuff, but they just got off to the worst start, and they did this last year too. But to just blow a 3-1 lead in the third period to the worst offensive team in the league deserves this. That's what that deserves. Spotify people listening right now, I just threw my Leafs jersey on the ground. I didn't burn it because I'm not a bitch, but the Leafs are fucking playing awful right now. I can't have it right now. Like, dude, what do you think of the overall game?
Overall game. Wow. Putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, it's a big question.
Yeah. Um, you know what? Overall season, I can give you something better. Horse shit. Overall game, I can give you some double horse shit. Cause yeah, man, I can't tell you what to think right now. Like there's just so much. Like I texted you guys earlier today. I texted the boys saying, do you think Matthews is injured? Because there's just certain plays that he's making that last year, right, coming back from the wrist surgery and the wrist injury and all that, we were giving him leeway, and there's every reason to. You know what? He's scared because of his wrist. He's not taking the shots that he used to. Matthew shot today that he scored on the power play. What was this? His second goal?
Third goal.
Third goal in 9 games. He fanned on it. That's the reason Gibson let it in. He fanned on it. The puck went on edge. If you watch it in slow motion, he fans on the puck. Like Matthews puts that top right all day. Like that's Matthews' bread and butter in the slot, top right, top left. This guy fanned on it and went right under Gibson. What is that? Like why is Auston Matthews like playing like this? Like it's like I no way is he the scapegoat because we know who the scapegoat is. It's number 3, but we're not gonna say his name. He's a great person. Um, it's just like I'm not blaming Matthews. I'm just saying a huge reason, and like the reason he's got such a great contract and like he's getting paid so much is because we are expecting, a goal and a couple points from him every other night or every night, right? So when he's scoring a goal every 3 games at this point, and he's fanning on them, like man, I'm not saying he's not playing well, but that line is just not good. Like, were they -2 tonight? -1? It's like
Yeah,
I don't know, man. And
it's
like,
bad.
dude, this team, like the overall energy they've had on this California road trip has been atrocious. Like
Terrible.
Keefe on the bench, the players on the bench, Marner, whatever he did in like before the intermission, it was just like it is this like should they just go into tennis at this point or golf or something like that? Well, golf they're great at. They love golf, right? They're out so early. But I mean, what are we? 7th in the Atlantic?
We're actually third somehow, but we're tied with like 5 teams. So, I mean,
Oh, why? Because we got the point tonight.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we were seventh, but
that's
with
what I
one
thought.
point tonight, we move up to third.
That's crazy.
Um, but no, I agree. It's the California road trip, especially. But I do want to say one thing. It's not time to panic because a lot of people are starting to panic. I like it's not time to panic because they did the exact same thing last year, and we didn't make videos on the Leafs for the first like 10 games last year for this specific reason because we knew they were going to turn it around. And they got off to like what? They were like 1-5-2 in the first 7 games last year, and then they went on like a 10-game win streak. So I definitely feel that that's gonna happen again. So I'm not worried at all about the Leafs, but it's just like this. It shouldn't happen at all. Like you shouldn't lose what they've lost more games than they've won. Like their winning percentage is under 500 because of the OT losses, right? But the thing I noticed, I was gonna say a trend. Oh yeah, they play down to bad teams. Like it's so crazy. I don't know if they play down or like the worst teams are just like more hungry. But every time they play a team, I'm like Kings. Okay, Kings are pretty good, so I'll leave them out. But the Coyotes, the Habs, the Sharks, and the Anaheim Ducks tonight, they were outworked by all 4 of those teams, and that should never ever happen. Never. Do you see that same trend?
100%. It's like you just look at the teams and the statistics and everything there is. Like you put numbers and then just overall, you just put the numbers into the gameplay, and it's just like nothing makes sense. Like there's no reason Arizona should be dominating us. There's no reason Arizona should be doing that to our power play. Like, dude, it's like unfathomable. Like this overall play right now, and like yeah, like the Habs just embarrassing us, and then it's just oh my god, I like this. The thing is where I agree with you is this exact same thing did happen last year, but Matthews had his excuse, right? So like that line was excused because Matthews was coming back from injury. He had to work back into the season, right? He had to work back in. This like, dude, do they have the first round hangover? Like why? Like there's no really excuse for that first line. John Tavares is the only guy who's like who looks like he's giving an effort. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's a lack of effort right now, and that's why Arizona took us to where they took us. That's why Montreal did what they did. That's why Zegras looks like McDavid against us. Like that's why these things are happening is because of lack of effort. And it's like they're like yeah, like last year November hit and they're like shit, like we need to actually win games. Like and then they started kind of rolling and whatnot, but it's like what's with the shitty starts? Like I don't get it.
Dude, I don't get it either. Like, I just don't understand how you could lose to so many bad teams at the start of the season. Like, we should be like, I say 4 losses right now should not be there. Like, we should be like, well, we're 4-4-2 right now. We should be at least 8-2-0. Like, we should be like first place in the league. We should be from our schedule.
Yeah.
But getting into the game, I feel like Shalgren had like a pretty decent game.
Yeah. I
Like
agree.
he's not even expected to play good. He played on Gibson was on another level tonight, but he played pretty close to that. You mentioned Matthews power play goal in the first. They gave Matthews 2 slot shots. He missed the first one because this guy can't hit the net this year for some reason.
Dude, this is weird, man.
It is.
Last year, like I said, last year was excusable, or there's something underlying because remember with his wrist injury, we didn't know about it until 2 months later, and then he sat out, and then he gets surgery randomly, and then you know what I mean? Like they kept his injuries quiet. So are they keeping something quiet, and are they keeping something from us because he's such a superstar, right? And nobody wants to know in Toronto. Matthews like whatnot, but
I always like to say when someone has a year like that and they hit their peak, the next season, no matter what, it's like statistically the same every time. They never reach that peak again, and it's like a lot worse. And it happened. The biggest best example is Lionel Messi. He had like this one year where he scored like an unfathomable amount of goals, like 128 in one year, and then the next year he scored 46. Right. So it's like that happens a lot in sports. I predicted it was going to happen with Calle Jarnkrok. I thought Calle Jarnkrok was going to fall off a little bit, but he seems to be doing on pace. But maybe it's fucking Matthews this year. Who knows? Hopefully he figures it out. I'm sure he will. I'm sure Keefe will fucking kick their asses, light a fire under their ass, and they'll get back to being in good form. But start off with that power play goal was whatever. Like it was just fucking terrible defense by the Anaheim Ducks.
Nylander looked pretty dirty.
Yeah, it was a good passing play, but I don't want to give any credit to the Leafs for that goal. It was terrible defending. And then you got the Silverberg goal next. Did you see that goal?
Yep.
Okay, Marner just completely muffs it.
Yeah.
And turns it over right to
yeah, it just turned into like a bang 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 like
yeah, nothing Shalgren could have done. Not Shalgren's fault at all. Malkin's goal.
Dude, that was gross. On Gibson? Ew. Robertson with a super hard that looked like relentless X Factor type play. This guy last chance zone ability, right? Like as he's getting thrown down, gives it right up the boards. Nylander's getting tackled too, just gets it into some open space, and Malgin's flying down, makes John Gibson look like a peewee goalie, and goes bar schniz. Are you kidding me? That was sick. I was like, maybe the Leafs are gonna roll here. No,
they did not roll.
I was completely wrong.
They had 17 shots in the first period, took a 2-1 lead. That was a
Dude, that save on Tavares,
that was a nice save.
that was fucked. Kerfoot and Tavares, like they work so well. Like this guy fakes the slap shot through literally everybody right to JT's stick, and John Gibson pulls an Olympic level where he should be in the next few years, an Olympic level save. That was fucked.
It was game saver save. Um, but then looks like the Leafs are pulling away with it. We scored a nice shorthanded goal, beauty, from Jarnkrok, and assisted by Kerfoot's been pretty good this year. I'm liking
Dude,
him.
except for he sallied when we didn't even score.
He missed that, and then he fucking misses a penalty shot, which second missed penalty shot of the year. Crazy stat in the first 10 games of the season. Um, but then that's it. That's where the Leafs just completely broke down. They lost that second period by a mile. They were up like 17-9 in shots, and then I think the the Ducks tied it at like 25, which is
Yeah.
should never
Or I
happen.
think it was like a one shot difference.
Yeah, it was like 24-23 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Zegras scores a breakaway. It was just like I don't know how you let Zegras get in, like
Who was on the ice? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Probably Justin Hall.
You know
It
what?
might have been Morgan Riley actually.
I would have believed that.
He led in a breakaway in overtime too. But yeah, how do you let a 12-year-old kid go on a breakaway and score?
12-year-old.
Like I love the guy and everything, and I have his rookie card, but come on now. And then the Kulikov goal, I don't even remember that goal.
It was a wraparound.
Okay, yeah, whatever. It was like the tying goal. I was like, whatever, fuck that. Then the Anaheim Ducks scored again. They scored again off Justin Hall, and this goal should have. I think it should have counted. I thought it counted. When I saw that Keefe challenged it, I was like, wow, way to blow the game, Keefe. We just got a penalty with 4 minutes left, down 1 goal. But they overturned the goal. Cool, whatever. I'll take it. The Leafs have the 50-50 calls like that never go their way, or it feels as a biased Leafs fan. And it goes their way, and we go into overtime. Now you've seen the overtime goal, right? Correct.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm sitting there watching this overtime, and Kerfoot is lining up against the half wall on the right side with no one. And I was watching the game with Tyler, and I turned to Tyler, I go, what the fuck is Kerfoot doing? What is he doing lining up on the sidewall when if Anaheim wins the faceoff, they're gonna go on a 2-on-1. Especially if Kerfoot did what he did. He played it as if they were gonna get the puck and they lost the puck, and then he had to skate back the whole time. When if he just went on the other side, that goal could have it could have been completely avoided. So he lines up on the half wall, gets beat to the puck. Zegras goes on a 2-on-1, defends off Kerfoot, and snipes the puck. Gross shot, but an abysmal game for the Leafs. Any thoughts?
I mean, that Gibson save on Marner was pretty disgusting.
I forgot about that. That was very disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, Gibson's just like that. He'll just pull a couple out of his ass. I've noticed that watching him, especially against us, and just watching some highlights here and there. He'll just pull out like the most absurd save and then like let in like that like Matthews fan down shot. Uh, I'm pretty sure I'm like 95% right that he did fan on it because he did not put that where he wanted to. You could tell by his reaction. Like we know Matthews is nonchalant, right? He scores 6 and he's like, whatever. But that being said, that was not his like, dude, he would like he was not expecting that to go in on Gibson because that was not him. And like I can't really explain where he's at right now and what he's in, but I mean JT looked good. Like JT was getting open. JT was doing things that we need him to be doing. Like Bunting, he's pretty quiet. Nylander was making some good passes. But dude, it's just like effort. Like even though he's doing like these really like high skilled things, his effort, man. It's just like it looks like he doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then
I feel like last year the team had a lot of heart and a lot of like drive, and that you can tell they wanted to win, but it just seems like they're just so sick of losing that they don't want to try anymore.
Crawl. I don't really like him.
He was unnoticeable, and I
I
don't know if that
mean,
was a good thing or a bad thing, but
the Malgin goal, he was getting like booed a bunch. I don't know if you heard it, and then he slipped, and then when he slipped, the puck went down to Robertson. Robertson beat his guy, and then Crawl, dude, why this guy blow a tire? I mean, it happens, right? You're on two blades, but um, yeah, I don't know. Like against LA, I don't know what goal. I think it was I don't know what goal. Maybe it was Fiala. I don't know, but no, I don't know who it was, but Crawl got blown absolutely right by. Like
yeah,
he made it look like he was an AHL player kind of thing.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what this team's at. Like I don't know if Dubas wants to make trades, if he wants to shake up the lines. I don't know what he wants to do, but he's got to do something. And like I don't know if you've been on like Twitter a lot, but have you been seeing like the Barry Trotz, like
yeah.
Dubas going on LinkedIn and looking at Barry Trotz's LinkedIn and whatever? Like
Yeah, no, I've seen the rumors. I've seen the rumors.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, think about last year. We start off with slow start, move Richie down to the AHL, and put Bunce with Matthews and Marner, and that sparked because Matthews didn't have his. I don't think Matthews had a goal until his ninth game of the season last
Yeah,
year.
but he was coming back from injury, right? More so.
Still, so and he only even played because he went like I think maybe it wasn't 9, but it was like 6 or something. 6 games. His first 6 games, he didn't score a goal when he came back due to his injury, and he also missed like what 9 on top of that. So
Mm.
this guy basically scored like 60 goals in 60 games.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about him. Maybe if he has an injury, who knows? But I don't know. You got to something has to change because last year something changed. I literally have the sticky note from last year of the lines for the first game of the season. Richie, Matthews, Marner. We all know how that turned out. Maybe something needs to change like that. I don't know. I don't know what needs to change.
You
We just
never
have to
know.
wait and see.
I feel like Kerfoot could work on that line. I don't know why. I just like Kerfoot. I like his work ethic. But like I like Bunt's work ethic too. So it's like but like why is Nick Ritchie like nasty right now? Like this guy's like 4 power play goals or something
Bro,
ridiculous.
because he's playing the whole game like Kobe Baker.
That's true. You have me.
But yeah, I guess that'll do it there. That was just I really wanted to make this video just to rant about the Leafs because whenever the Leafs lose, I just like it just feels shitty, right? Like whatever. Like you're cheering for this team and they disappoint you. It's kind of therapeutic to make these videos. That's a lot of the reason that we make these videos.
Yeah.
Um, is to deal with the tough loss, tough losses. Um, and yeah, we enjoy it. So we hope you guys enjoyed it too. Jude, do you have any final closing remarks?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, I guess that's it then. This has been the Buds in the Box podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next Leafs game. Bye for now.